The next is UPF-led group. This is another conglomerate of the Kuki army, and you can see the groups are there. We cannot read it out now, but interestingly, under UPF there are 7 designated camps, and they are supposed to be stationed there. You can also look at the arms. There are 342. You look at this. 342. Where is that?
That's one front of it.
Okay. Look at that. 342 arms there. Guns probably, and their bullets are ammo means bullets 5,068. So. According to military experts, I'm sure it will be revealed later. So I've heard that the military volunteers or whatever the defense volunteers, there are sometimes people who use, I think, some 10,000-20,000 bullets in just a couple of hours. But the conflict has lasted for more than 3 months, and the bullets are getting exhausted. The question is, where has the bullets come from? But in the valley, we have got reports that there are snatching of arms. It is reasonably hurt, and maybe volunteers might be using these arms. But at the same time, there are also reports of arms being snatched in the hill areas. But the level of conflict that we have seen, I think, is very unfortunate. At the same time, it is also reported by the security advisor that the arms are in the camps. If the arms are in the camps, if the ammo are in the camps, where has the arms come from? Because there is a firing going on every night, every day. So this is one question I want to put before the House. This is poppy cultivation, a very sensitive issue, but I'm not going to comment, but this is again an eye-opening thing. This is in terms of poppy cultivation area. If you look at the number one segment, the total area is in terms of acre 13,121 acres. In the Naga area, it is 2,300. Others, I'm not sure, but this is 35 acres only. So exponential growth in the poppy cultivation area is seen in particular place, and that is also one of the reasons why the narratives of shifting of golden triangles in Manipur has come about in the recent days. This is again very interesting description of poppy in Manipur since 2017, I'm sure. It should be 2017 to 2023. So you can look at the last line, which is the poppy. The maximum number of destruction has also happened in the place where maximum number of poppy plantation has happened. But approximately 18,000 acres of poppy planted areas have been destroyed by the government as per the NAB government of Manipur report. Let's go to this point. This is also very interesting. People are saying that there is a lot of narrative coming out saying that eviction has happened only in the Kuki areas, right? If you look at these data, you can easily identify which is the particular community which has suffered most in the recent days, in the recent years, because of the government's eviction. This is number of Meitei families. Number of Meitei families. If you combine this, it's a huge number. And the claim that is coming is this one has to be looked into and compared with this. So 59 versus 143. So this whole idea of evicting tribes from the forests and the villages has to be rethought about. Kindly check this document. This is Sources India Today, Northeast, July 30, 2023 report. Next is interesting. This is also very important and unfortunate thing that happened in the history of Manipur. There was a clash between the Nagas and the Kukis in 1992 to 1997, and 473 Kukis were killed, 208 Nagas were killed. This is the distribution of the affected person, the number. Kukis have been in conflict with several other communities. This can also be helpful to see how the ethnic tensions are brewing up and have been brewing up in the northeastern region. 1960 started Kuki Ma, Kuki Tamas 1995, Kuki Naga 1990-97, and Kuki Paite 97, Kuki Karbi in Assam in 2003, and present Meitei Kuki in 2023. I'm going to end in 2 minutes. Kindly give me some more time. Armed groups in India's northeast. As per the government of India report, there are not less than 50 armed groups operating in the northeast. This is important. Now, this is the part that I want to share with you in terms of geopolitics. I didn't want to talk much about the Belt and Road Initiative of China. I didn't want to talk much about the coastal spur of China that is in the ocean. I leave that aside for some time, but I want to draw your attention to this very, very important, significant data. Why these borderlands are very fragile in terms of extraction industry? That is very important. You look at this, number one, Manipur, Ukhrul, Kamsong, Ternopal, Chandal, these areas inhabited by Naga, Kuki, and Meitei in Kolkata. You look at the third column, the available resources here, that is chromite, nickel, copper, malachite, azurite, magnet, limestone, hydrocarbons, etc. Now, cost is, the value is around 200 million metric ton, that is in terms of amount, and that is going to be generating plus 6.6 million tons of chromite and 500 million cubic liters of hydrocarbons in the region, in the state called Manipur. That is very important for the global politics also to understand. There are companies involved, you can look at that for yourself. Number two, Sagan region, which is just across Morley, Manipur. The Burmese dominant communities there, Kuki, Chins are also there, and Kathis are also there, that is Meitei. Gold, copper, nickel is available, and the state is Myanmar, and Chinese involvement is there. Number three, Chin state, it has many these ethnic groups. It has copper, chromite, and teak, and the amount is shown. Last one is Rakhine state. Rakhine state has a Myanmar community, Rohingya community, Chakma community, and titanium and aluminum is available there. Myanmar is the country, but China is deeply involved with this. Right across the border of Manipur, many things are happening. Ethnicity and geopolitics cannot be ruled out. Thank you, everyone.